Okay. The home faces east, so that puts us on the north side. See the moss growing there on the roof covering. You can see the metal plate up there. That's reactionary rodent infestation in the attic. Right there, the apron flashing. See how that's loose? Wind blowing rain can get in there. And then these windows, not these windows, these windows that are surrounded by wood, they should have Z-bar flashing. This reminds me, so far I haven't seen any window screens. I also have not seen any expansion control joints. This is the backyard right here. So this would be the northwest corner of the home. And we're going down the west side. This is all high soil. High soil. This is the master bedroom, I believe. And right here on the north side of the master bedroom, we've got some vertical cracks through the brick and mortar. And we've also got negative drainage. Negative drainage. And it is going this way. But it starts off coming towards the structure. Starts off going towards the structure. We got the bush touching the wall. Coming along. That's the master bathroom clean out. And there's some cracks between the brick and mortar right there. So we'll stair steps. And along these are termite bait stations. That's what they are. Let's see who bait this one. Advantage. Pretty common. We do not know whether that's a consumer grade product, which the Texas Structural Pest Control Services does not recognize, or if it's a commercial product, which they're kind of protecting their interest. Over here, this is the temperature pressure relief valve drain for the water heater. It'd be the north water heater, the one that's in the hallway by the half bath, and not the one that's in the garage closet, the one in the hallway by the half bath. And it's discharging too close to the ground. There should be at least a 3-inch gap between where that valve discharges and the ground. Moving on along. Now I'm starting to see them. Over here where the soil's high, we don't have any weep holes. So the walls don't breathe. Home ownership 101, all walls leak. All roofs leak. We design them to shed water faster than they accept it. So over here, right about where the master closet, maybe just past the master closet, we start getting some weep holes. This is the gas service. It's on the north side of that front office study they're using for an exercise room. This is how you turn the gas off. Parallel is on, perpendicular is off. Wood mulch next to the house. That's conducive to wood destroying insects. Termites like that. They do. They like it. Going along. Out by the street curb. The ground's very saturated. So this is the water meter right here. This is the water meter. And right there inside that little silver sprocket, I don't know if you can see that. It's catching that. It's called the cheater wheel or cheater paddle. Someone else had a cute name for it. It's a flow indicator is what it is. If that's moving, it's very sensitive. If that's moving, it means water's moving into your house. Where's it going from there? I don't know. Maybe you got a leak somewhere. Maybe you got a leak somewhere you can't see. But water's moving into your house. Fresh water. This is the check valve for the lawn sprinkler system. And you can see, hopefully, the handles are rusty. It's buried. It should be excavated. There should be a minimum of 3 inches of clearance underneath there so you can wrap your hands around it and service it, which it obviously hasn't been serviced. And then the floor should have been lined with gravel. That's what should have happened. Now this wasn't required when this home was built, but another thing that should happen is there should be a shut-off valve to the lawn sprinkler system. These are isolation valves. Should have this, but again, it's a relatively recent requirement. I'm gonna write it up. That's what I do. That's kind of embarrassing. But he finally did it. This is what the house looks like. This is what the front of the house looks like. This is the yard coming out to the mailbox. Mailbox right there. This is my cart. This is my Bonnie cart. She makes all the videos, all the inspections anyway. She always gets a cameo. This is the driveway coming up to the house. Now right here, that looks like another water meter, but it's not. That's a water meter cover. That's for a main sewer clean out. But the main sewer clean outs for the house are right here on the north side of the front door. These are the main sewer clean outs. There should be a main water shutoff valve for the house. So that's where that should be. I can't see it, it's all buried. I'll come back here and get a water pressure. Well, I can't, it's leaking anyway. The way it's leaking, I won't get a good reading. I have to go through the back. And the electric receptacle outlets outside, they should have bubble covers, little round covers, so that they're called in-use covers is what they are. And the reason why is so that if you plug in your Christmas lights or whatever, then you can close it and you still have protection, as it is right here. And again, in the day that was okay. And it has GFCI protection, just like that. We're going to make sure the refrigerator stays on, that's for sure. There's a refrigerator in the garage. Coming on along, we got a little bit of soffit damage by the cornice right here. Right there, a little bit of soffit damage. And that, and then over here, we got some loose fascia. Loose fascia right over there. Now this is an interesting design because this is going to funnel all this water coming off of that. All this water coming off of these two roofs, this one and that one, is channeled in this funnel right here and just blasts down, splashes against the walls. Brick's porous, it leaks. Not the semicirculars, but these windows right here, doors, fenestrations, but there should have been weep holes across there. And the carriage sconces, the lights, they should have been insulated. Doorbell, are you illuminated? I know it works, I just heard it. It doesn't look like it's illuminated though. Trees, we have them. We got several. The trees shouldn't be any closer to a slab foundation than 25 feet for proper roof development, and because they don't rub up next to the house and your roof and cause damage like that. We got some high soil and wood mulch next to the house right here. This is an in-use cover. That's one right there. Let's see what we got here. It's probably not going to be on because I tripped the other one. No, it is. And I just tripped that one. Okay. And check that refrigerator for sure. Missing screens. These are double pane aluminum frame. Here's a better example. I've seen some others around here. Right here, that's called a shrinkage crack. Some people call them corner pops. Call it what you will. But that is not a foundation issue. That's kind of scary how far that one is, because it's supposed to be a span of a hand. I don't know whose hand. And goes in that direction. Holds the bricks up. Bricks, by the way, on a part of your house that grows. You won't be able to measure that. Your cement, it's continuously drying. It's not dry right now. It takes, I don't know, I think 60 years for cement to dry. The Hoover Dam finally dried. So however old the Hoover Dam is, I'll tell you. A couple years ago, I think I read that it dried. So, the characteristics of brick and concrete are different. they expand and contract. Thermal expansion and contraction happens at different rates. And then, of course, the brick's growing and the cement's shrinking, like I said. And then the flashing, it never goes to the corners. It never goes to the corners. They just put plastic under there, by the way. So, the corners pop. Corner pop, But you get these shrinkage cracks. And, you know, you can put them back and deal with them like this has been done. That's one way to handle it. But again, it's not an issue with the foundation. It might be a brick issue one day. These coils, they clean. Ooh-wee, those are clean. Clean coils. Okay, the disconnect, electric service disconnect, is not supposed to be behind the unit. I got a still image of that. And these guys should be sealed, 3 sides. Let water out. It'll be easier for me just to backtrack here. I want to show you a couple things anyway. There's a little planter box. It's a little planter box retaining wall. That does not affect the foundation. If it's more than twice its height away from it, then in theory it should not have any effect on the foundation. Condensing units are kind of closed here. They're awful close for air circulation. There's your data plate. And that disconnect is behind the unit. This one's over to the side. It still needs to be sealed. This one's data plates right here. Just fit it all in. Okay, and the disconnect should be sealed. By today's standards, there should be an electric service receptacle outlet back here, which we don't have. I'll come back and put that guy on. Texas screwdriver. More bait stations. There used to be a tree here. That's what it looks like. Looks like there used to be a tree here, so now that tree's gone, its roots are going to collapse. And it might cause some movement. Just heads up on that. There's the wooden window. We do not have a casement. Casement. And over here, it's the first time I noticed that. Looks to me like we had rodents right in there. And that orange stuff, I don't know. I don't know what that orange stuff is. I don't think that's rust from the air conditioning system. I'm afraid. I don't know. I don't know what it is. But I've got some on my house. It was a consumer-based termite treatment. But I don't know. I can't say positively. This siding around here, okay, these joints, butt joints, they should have had flashing tape installed behind them. I can look, oh, there's some Z flashing right there. I was talking about it. That bottom horizontal trim board has some Z flashing. The windows don't. The windows don't. But we got some, and some of that's rotting. See how it's rotting right in there? And that's furnace, excuse me, that's a water heater flue. It's too close to the wall. Is it a water heater flue? It's too close to the wall. And right up here, that's an overflow drain. It's an overflow drain for the air conditioning system, the evaporator coil, secondary drain line. They're supposed to drain in front of a window like that, so it's an obvious location. Let's see what they did here. Move on around. There's the other one, right up there. So it just runs down the roof, bounces off. That's why I look at that orange, and then rolls off the kitchen window right there. I'm not sure if that's exactly the way it's supposed to go. I'd have some concerns about that. I don't know how big of concerns, but I'd be concerned. But we do have wood rot because the siding is too close to the shingles. Siding is too close to the shingles. It's supposed to be a 2-inch gap to keep that from happening. 2-inch gap right there to keep that rot from happening. And coming on along, this is the other water heater, one with the flue that's too close to the wall. And that's the temperature pressure relief valve drain, and they're not supposed to be, it's a combination of things here. They're not supposed to be farther from the ground than 6 inches. So the one on the north side of the house was too close, and the one on the south side of the house is too far. Secondary drain, that's for the safety pan, and it's about 3 inches. Then the vacuum breaker, this used to be the vacuum breaker right here, and it's come off, and so I couldn't get a water pressure at this faucet because these threads are too tight. And then they had this water hose just jacked on there. I like to never got it off. I'll probably never get it on like it's supposed to be. But the vacuum breaker's missing. The front vacuum breaker is malfunctioning. High soil, high soil. It's another one of those in-use covers. That's the proper name. Wow, looks like he's got some problems, huh? Look at that. I don't even have to test this one. He's pretty much saying the story. Of course he's not on because I tested the GFCI. Come back and get a picture of that. That's stunning. Moving on along. All the soil's pretty high. This one was especially high. Right in there. Come out bait station. This is the electric meter. It's on the east side of the house. And it's really not sealed like it could be. It's below grade. This is the, right here, this is the electric conduit, service entrance conduit. You can see where the line used to be. So we got a little bit of movement there. It's not yet, I don't see a gap, so I'll just leave that alone. The garage car entries, we're not seeing any weep holes. No weep holes here. And then this casement is in direct contact with the ground. And there's supposed to be about a 2-inch gap there too, because it keeps the rot from happening. So like that's happening, or it could have been avoided. So what happened was, follow us around. Okay, this is the larger garage. This would be the west one. We've got some stair-step cracks over the lintel, and we got a gap between the brickwork and the lintel. I don't know if that's coming out real well, but this is what we have. And then, so the water wicked up and rotted, so they replaced it, and they put it right back where it was. That's interesting. We move on along. Fences are beyond the scope of this inspection. It's not what I do. It's out of my pay scale, care, standard of care, or whatever. But these, some people call them pickets. But these balusters, they're all rotting out. It looks kind of bad. It does. I'm coming around towards the back of the house. You might want to check. You might want to see if this property requires additional flood insurance. Because it looks like the drainage comes through here pretty darn good. That's what it looks like. Lawn sprinkler heads should not be closer to the structure than 12 inches. That one's pretty close. Another thing involving the lawn sprinkler is I've yet to see, and there's a drain, surface drain, not French drain, surface drains. But I've yet to see surface drain. This is a closed dryer vent. It's sprung open, and it's full of lint. And this is why you're not supposed to put one of these cages on it. They sell them, bird and rodent guard, but those are lint traps. So we're in the back now. Squeak, 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 squeak. Would have liked to got it at the front. There we go. We're almost 100 psi. We got some high water pressure, guys. Let's turn you off. I'll come back for it. This is the screened-in patio, and I'm not noticing. I can't see any stands. More drains. More drains. You can see where the rain gutter's been leaking. See that? I don't know. Sun's in our eyes, but it has. I guess I got a plexiglass down here, probably for an animal. This carpet, can't really see what's going on. Got some exposed NM cable right there. Look at that. I'm gonna be writing me a report. You a report. One thing though, one thing's nice. I don't know if they got enough of them, but there's ledger board bolts. I got 3 of them. If I can see 3 of them, how come I can't see the rest of them? I know when I get up here, I'm going to be walking across the middle. 4 of them. 5 of them. Excuse me. I'll be walking out across the big middle. We should have gone all the way around, all the way across. Moving on, another screen. So we have seen some screens. Another exterior receptacle outlet. Drum solo. No GFCI on the patio. We're supposed to have GFCI out here. There's a gas port that should have been capped off. I think I need my flashlight. I thought I was outside. I knew that was going to be necessary. I saw another gas port around here somewhere. And the gas port's not in use, should be capped off. And I don't think I would be, check with your grill manufacturer, but you probably shouldn't be grilling with your air soffit intakes and the covered patio like this. It's probably not the best idea. Just letting you know, I wouldn't do it. I do some stupid things too, but I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that. Over here, no GFCI. We do have power on the patio. We got some light switches over there. I think these should be exterior duty light switches. Just do. I might be wrong about that, but I doubt it. Negative drainage, but we got drains. We got surface drains all across here. We're getting close to where we started. Thank you for your patience and understanding. Rain gutters. They got leaf guards up there, but you can see these rain gutters just have not been keeping up with water. Moving on along. That's it. Another termite station. We'll go on the roof and do some more